Once again, we're back on Boond Soch ttalk, train of thought, with a series of an episode with Dr. Sandhya Saharan, exclusively on ttalk Boond Soch. It's a great insights and valuable insights to what we're getting for target audience. Ma'am, welcome back to this ttalk show.
Thank you.
Now, in fact, this is what ttalk platform is all about. We try and ensure the kind of right informations are given to a target audience. And when we talk in terms of the breast health, there are the various issues which are there, I think, which I'm sure with your presence can unfold and reveal lot many facts which are there. So we'll take, as far as breast health which is concerned, we'll take discussion on that.
Great. Doctor, as lifestyle is one of the cause for breast cancer. Now suppose if there are changes made in the lifestyle, like in the positive changes, for example, maintaining a healthy weight, how can that prevent breast cancer? So very important question. I also do a lot of lifestyle modification workshops. Okay. And it is the need of the day, because we are seeing not only breast, but we are seeing so many other diseases because of lifestyle problems. I would say diabetes is something which is, entirely lifestyle to a large extent, because we are becoming the diabetic capital of the world.
True.
So along with that, we have endocrine problems, we have breast diseases. Now we are seeing girls or even others, all children, a lot of obesity from a very small age. They are eating a lot of calories and a lot of junk food. Now all these things cause hormonal imbalances. Now, if there is a hormonal imbalance, like I said, breast tissue is something which, is susceptible because it is responsive to these hormonal changes. So you have fat, you have fibers, you have ducts, you have glands. So the smooth functioning of all this is very important in maintaining good breast health.
Okay.
So I would say diet is one of the biggest factors. If you are going to include fiber, if you're going to include good amount of proteins, restrict your fats and restrict your carbohydrates to a certain extent, then definitely the breast tissue is going to remain healthy. Of course, you have to do screening, rule out diseases. If you have a history of cancers, then it's a different story altogether. But on your own, I would say a good diet, exercise. Very important, because, for every organ to function smoothly, we say the body metabolism, it completely depends on exercise. Now there is a muscle which is, the breast sits on the muscle which is called pectoralis. Okay, this is the pectoral muscles which are there on the chest. So it's very important that the muscle, it remains strong. Otherwise, you have even young people having very sagging because if the muscle tone is not good. Then it also, influences how the breast contour looks like. So, and girls nowadays are very careful about how they look, and the breast appearance is, it is something of a big cosmetic value. Nowadays, we have so many people who have augmentation surgeries, they have implants. So you have to understand, first of all, see that you have a good breast health, the cells are good, they're healthy, and support. I would say that is also something which is very important. The mother should understand when the girls are developing the breast buds, when they're developing the breast development, there should be proper breast support. That is something which we need to really address, because, you just can't give anything. Sometimes I have seen especially in the small, rural areas and all, mother says, okay, this now I'm not wearing. So they just give that bra or something to the child. That is not right.
That is not right.
Each, we call training, first of all, breast wear. So they have to, properly support the breast tissue. There should be adequate space for the breast to breathe. This thing, whatever you're wearing, it should not either be too tight. It should not, Nowadays, I see so many people having a lot of kinds of underwiring, all kinds of, breast, and there are so many different types of available, which you have.
Fancy ones.
Fancy is fine for occasions and all, but if you're going to wear a very, synthetic kind of, which is not proper, you should know your size. Cup size is very important. There is a lot of information even in the shops. You should, tell the shopkeeper that I want my cup size. You should know your cup size. So please go through the charts, find out your cup size, take a proper size garment. And it should be, everything is not about aesthetics. Aesthetics is important, but at the same time, it is very important to know the right measure, the right fit, and be comfortable. If you are going to, have such tight that you're sweating and then you will end up in having fungal infections. I see a lot of people coming with itching on the breast, lot of red marks, inflammation, pain. So it's very important.
So knowledge
about so many things, what you eat, how you wear, and how you conduct yourself. Posture is very important.
And limit alcohol.
Of course, that is something, it is needless to say, all these vices. Smoking, not only alcohol. I would say there is so much of rise in young girls who are smoking. Alcohol, not only that, substance abuse. They go for parties. I'm seeing so much, the alcohol, the intake is increasing.
It's become a fashion now.
It is a fashion. It contributes to breast problems. Like I said, it's so much of calories. So it changes the dynamics of your metabolism, your hormones. So you do land up with problems. So it's very important. There is a definite linkage of having a high alcohol intake to breast cancer. So I would say smoking, alcoholism, substance abuse, everything, and even indulging in wrong sexual practices, Nowadays we see people having all kinds of tattoos. Please be careful. They have so much piercing, even on the breast, they have all kinds of piercing and they use all kinds of, it should not be unhealthy. So be safe. What kind of tattoo you're using, what kind of inking, the needles, everything should be safe.
Thank you, doctor. And what about the breastfeed? The girls who breastfeed their child properly for all the time when the child really needs mother's milk.
Absolutely. See, this is again one area which needs to be, it is something so natural. I mean, childbirth, breastfeeding is something so natural, and nowadays we are seeing that the young mothers are finding it difficult. They are saying, that there is no milk.
Or
if there's
cases are rising, doctor.
It is basically, we say failure of lactation is something which we say is extremely rare, because they say anybody who gives birth will definitely have milk. So there are a lot of dynamics regarding this. It is, your acceptance, and you should start training. We say even in the antenatal, there is something like breast training, and the tissue should be healthy, so that, and how to feed. Initially it was, mothers would teach, or even the doctor tells, how to hold the baby, how the baby latches on, suckling, everything is, it is so natural. So you just have to give a little bit of, support and help to the mother. But nowadays we have lactation experts. The moment the child is born, the lactation expert will go and supervise the feeding.
Correct.
So it's very important that you should know that feeding is not only healthy for the child, it is mandatory. At the same time, it is very important for the mother's health, for helping the uterus involute and come back to shape. It prevents hormonal problems. It definitely prevents breast diseases. So it is very important that they should feed. And even during feeding, there are so many challenges. There is, the milk, sometimes we see a lot of lumps. And the breast becomes engorged. Every time we see that, suppose they are not feeding at a regular interval, there is a lot of, retention of milk, and it develops into a small lump. And later on, if this lump is not addressed, it can develop into an abscess. So we have to tell them, empty the breast.
That is also one of the common problems.
Big problem. So you have to empty the breast, feed on both the sides, sit comfortably, drink a lot of water. And the breast health should be maintained. See that you don't develop any problems. Sometimes they develop small lumps in the armpits. So everything is important. How you are sitting, how you are feeding, and the bonding. Most important, breastfeeding. The moment the child is born, we put the child to the mother's breast. Nowadays, immediately we put the child. In fact, we do not wait. I put the child right on the abdomen. and before even if it's a cesarean,
Okay.
we put the child onto the nipple. This is something which is very important. That time of bonding is extremely important.
So many important insights, which is indeed to be treasured.
Yes.
Thank you so much, doctor.
Motherhood is the biggest gift.
Yes.
And I believe that this is something, which you should at least enjoy and be grateful for. And the least you can do is, give your child what it is, it's right.
Right.
So you
Child's
must feed your child, and you must feed your child correctly, and feed as long as you can.
So nice, doctor. Thank you for so many important facts, actually,
Yes.
what you have said. Thank you so much.
I think it was a valuable insights what given by Dr. Sandhya Saharan exclusively on this ttalk ek Boond Soch ki. I'm sure a lot of insights regarding the breast health, which I think the target audience have got the insights, and also lifestyle practice for better breast health. This is what ttalk platform is all about. We try and ensure, we try and give more and more insights relevant to particular practices which are there, so that the target audience are meaningful learning and it can be of help for them in their future. Dr. Sandhya Saharan, thanks a lot for spending a valuable time and being on this ttalk show. And I think there's a comment box. You can write comments over there, and Dr. Sandhya Saharan will be, I'm sure, she'll be happily addressing those comments or the questions which are there. Till then, go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. Catch up with Dr. Sandhya Saharan on the next show of ttalk ek Boond Soch. Till then, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very
Thank
much.
you so much.